Hello guys, how are you? How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. Alright, so I'm going to talk to you about something serious. Well, it's not always serious, but today it's going to be serious. So there's a phenomenon that happens when you're with somebody, whether they're a good person or not, but especially when you're with a toxic person. This is a weird game that your brain plays on you. And I do believe that it's due to this false connection that you have with this person, due to manipulation that this person has done. Physical touch can increase hormones in your brain, like oxytocin and dopamine, when you're with this person. And all of this factors into leading you to believe that because you feel so good with this person that you cannot be without them. And that is false, 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 false. Okay? Then you couple that with, in some cases, this toxic individual has told you that no one's going to want you, and you're lucky that I want you, and, you know, all these negative things about you, and you start to believe it. So you've got all these emotional roadblocks that are blocking you from seeing the truth. And the truth is this: you made your life fine before you met this person, and your life is going to be fine after this person, after you get rid of them. Okay? So you've got all these barriers. You've got what you were told, and you've got these chemicals in your brain released when you're with this person, and you know, you have all these great moments with them, and you have a physical connection, and you think you have an emotional connection and spiritual and all of this, and none of that's true. If you are with a toxic person, you are being played. You are being played, you are being manipulated, you are being toyed with. And they lead you to believe that you cannot survive without me. Meaning the toxic person. You can't make it without them. And that's a lie. That's a lie. You not only will make it after you get rid of them, but you will blossom when you get rid of them. And the sooner the better. The sooner the better. Because they're horrible. They are poison. And you're not only letting poison into your mind, you're letting poison into your heart, your soul, your spirit. All of who you are is inundated with poison when you're with a toxic person. And then the thought of no longer being with this person. Hey, stop that. Get up here. Sorry guys, get up here. Get up here now. Right now. Get your behind up here. Get up here. Lay down. Stop acting a fool just because I'm making a video. Lay down. 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 All the way down. All the way down. 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 Lay down. Thank you. Thank you. That's my good boy. Thank you. Stop acting a fool just because I'm making a video. Knock it off. Anyway, sorry guys. He wants attention, and he starts getting it in the negative way because that's what children do. Right? See? Yeah, you try and bite mommy's face? You try and bite mommy's... Oh, now I get a kissy? Wow. Wow. How long? Yeah. You're manipulating me. Quit it. I love you. You don't have to think that because I'm making a video I don't love you anymore, goofy. Anyway. So, you know, you have let this poison into your system. And it's taking over your whole body. It's taking over your brain and your thought process. And it's making unrealities look real and all of that. And none of that is true. Okay? None of that is true. And then you have the immense pain, emotional pain of dealing with the idea of getting rid of this person. The initial sting of getting rid of this person is really powerful. So you've got all these things that look like they're not working in your favor, but I'm here to tell you something right now. When you get rid of the individual, because let's just do this, okay? I want you're in a toxic relationship. Let's say you're in a toxic relationship right now, okay? Whether it's a marriage or relationship, doesn't matter, although a relationship is easier to cut strings because you don't have to hire an attorney and go through, legal fees and the whole bit, right? I want you to get a legal pad. And if you haven't been doing this, I want you to start, okay? Oh, my face bugging me. If you haven't done this, I want you to start. I want you to get a legal pad. And I want you to write down all the good things about your so-called relationship. And I want you to write all the bad things. And then I want you to write down, how do you feel? How does this person make you feel when you're with them? How does this person make you feel when you're with them? Okay? Because that's crucial. All of the disrespect, all of the you're a loser, you're lucky I'm with you, nobody's going to want somebody with kids, and you're not exactly skinny, you got a gigantic behind, so there ain't nobody want you, you better be glad I'm even attracted to you. Okay? This is a type of poison that you get fed in your brain, and it's a load of BS. You're too old, nobody's going to want you at your age. Let me explain something to you. I know of a lady online who's 80 years old, 80 years old, and she just recently got married. So I'm not trying to hear the BS that men say. Once you hit the wall, after 20-something, you hit the wall. What wall? The only wall is you. Okay. Anyway. So I want you to write things down. And when you're in a relationship or so-called relationship and you're not sure how it's going, I want you to write things down that make you uncomfortable. When this person said this. When this person did that. Quiet. Get up here. Get up here. Now. Get up here. Get back up here. Get back up here. Sorry, guys. Get back up here. You act like you don't know how to do that. Why are you acting a fool? Get your big ass up here. Stop it. Ah. No. No. I think he's jealous because I'm making a video. Anyway, how does this person make you feel? And of all the negative things that you've written down, are those scenarios that a respectful person would say to you? Are those things that a respectful, healthy person would say to you? Probably not. Because you feel the need to write it down in the first place. Which gets it from swirling in your head and gives it an outlet. Gives it somewhere to go. Okay? Because when it's swirling around in your head, it just becomes a mixture of craziness. So you get it, you write it down, and you can see clearly, oh, this is what happened. This is what happened. Oh, when this happened, this really made me uncomfortable. This was said to me. That was said to me. I was criticized here. I was chopped down here. Okay? Would a healthy person say those things to you? Chances are, no. No, because look at how you feel now. You don't feel good. Okay? You don't feel good. I think his fur is shedding again. Oh. Get back in here. Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Go get your toy. Where is it? You know where it is. Anyway. So the initial sting of getting rid of this person, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, oh, you'll be over it in a day. No. Okay. The initial sting is going to be painful. The first couple of days, the first week, the first 2 weeks are going to be probably the most painful. But these emotions are going to be temporary. This is all going to be temporary. You will feel better. This initial sting is temporary. It's no different than getting a shot at the doctor's office. Of course the needle hurts. The medicine going in might hurt, but it's temporary. And this emotional pain is temporary. And once you get past the first week, the second week, you're getting past that initial sting, and you can hit the road to recovery. You're going to have good days and bad days. Some days you feel good about yourself because you're like, oh, I'm finally starting to get over this situation. And then other days you feel like you step back like 20 paces backwards. This is all normal. Okay? This is all normal. You make progress ahead, you slip back. You make more progress, you slip back worse. You make more progress, and then more progress, and then another step back. This is all part of the journey. It's more of a journey than it is a destination. And you have to be patient with yourself through the process. If you need to cry, that's fine. If you need to be angry, that's fine, because all of those emotions are completely 100% normal. And there's no time limit on how long it should take you to heal. I don't know why people feel the need to put it on a calendar. It's been X amount of months. You should be over it by now. You don't listen here. Okay? Nobody was in that situation with you. They don't know the emotions. They only know what they go through. So they cannot sit here and tell you, I'm looking at my clock, my watch, and it's been 6 months. You ain't over it yet. No, they're not over it yet. And that's okay. That's okay. There's no time limit. It's not a test where you're in school and you have X amount of period of time to take this test, or else you got to turn your paper in. No. You take as long as you need to. So you have to be patient through the process. Like I said, it's a journey more than it is a destination. And you have to know that something better is waiting for you down the line. And you know what? If it isn't, that's okay. Because this is the time to love yourself. This is the time to take care of you. This is the time to tell yourself the affirmations that person tried to take from you. You're never going to amount to anything. No one's ever going to want you. You've got 4 kids. Who wants somebody with 4 kids? A pre-made family? No one. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Do you know how many people's families are mixed now? He's got kids. She's got kids from all previous and this and that. They get married and this happens a lot. So that's BS. Remember, you got to consider the source. You have to consider the source. Okay? It's like you have a normal person and you have Ted Bundy. And Ted Bundy telling the normal person, I really wasn't going to say nothing, but you've got issues. How can Ted Bundy have the audacity? He's dead now. He's been executed. But how can he sit here and tell somebody, as crazy as he is, how can he tell somebody they have issues? I mean, you have to consider the source. I'm using that as an example. You have to consider the source. Okay? And when you cut ties, we're going to go backwards to the breakup. You need to break ties all the way around the board. Stay off their social media. Block them on everything. When they realize that they're blocked, they're going to try to pull some stunts. tell your family, next time you see your sister, tell her I miss her and all that. Look here. We ain't doing none of that either. All right? We're not doing none of that either. Don't be sending messages through other people, because when you're cut, you're cut. And there's a reason you're cut. If you could get past the first, I'm just going to ballpark it, at the first week to 2 weeks, you're going to be over that initial sting, and you're going to start to feel better. And some days are not going to be good, and other days are going to be good. Like I said, you have to be patient through the process. Patient with yourself. There's no criteria that you have to follow. I mean, our heart gets our behinds in a lot of trouble. And that's where the brain has to kick in. Forget about emotions. The brain has to kick in and say, this isn't good for you, and you've been unhappy for a long time. And because you've been unhappy for a long time, this is what needs to happen. It's time to no longer use the heart and no longer use the fluffy part of our brain, and start using the intellectual part of our brain that says, this hasn't been working for you for a long time. How much longer do you want to waste on this situation? This manipulationship? How long do you want to have to continue to go through this? So life gets shorter, and we're not getting any younger, and you have some decisions to make. Do you want to stay in prison for the rest of your life? Because when you're with a bad person, you are incarcerated. You are incarcerated. And you didn't commit a crime, but you're being punished. So you got to make decisions. You got to decide what you're going to do. Know that it's not going to be an easy road, but the road that you're on isn't working either. So you have to choose the lesser. You can't avoid the pain of the breakup. You cannot avoid that. But things will get worse if you stay in this situation. Okay? It's kind of like these people that were dumb. We're going to keep it real. These people were on a boat. Okay? And it was on YouTube. And none of them geniuses had on a damn life jacket, which is stupid as hell. All of them, not one person had on a goddamn life jacket. Well, the boat caught on fire. So you got two choices. You can either stay on the boat and hope to God you get rescued before the rest of the boat catches fire, or you can jump and hope to God you can tread water until you get rescued. So either choice isn't great, but you have to choose the better of the two. One lady was with a baby that was only X amount of months old. The baby was young. And she didn't have on a life jacket first. Trying to tread water and hold a baby at the same time. I mean, this is just stupid. None of them geniuses had on a damn life jacket. So they end up jumping off the boat, and then there was an explosion. So there was the original fire, and then there was the explosion, a secondary fire. I mean, kaboom! As soon as the last person jumped, it exploded. So relationships are like that too. When you're ending a relationship, it's like that too. You can either stay on the boat and it's already on fire, or and just stay on there and hope to God it gets better, which you already know it's not better because there's a fire. Okay? Or you could go ahead and jump so that you can, hopefully you're smart enough to put a jacket on, life jacket, and then you can go and try to find land, try to signal a boat passing by, or whatever you got to do. Teamwork. All y'all will do teamwork and get y'all rescued. So either situation's not good. Staying on the boat's not good, and jumping in the water is not good. What path are you going to take? And the relationship is going to get worse. The relationship's going to get worse. So there was the initial fire, like I told you, so it's already a nightmare. And then there was a secondary fire, which resulted in an explosion on the boat. Did not tell you it gets worse? That is a perfect analogy for how your relationship is going to go. You can't fix this person to avoid the sting of breaking up with them and cutting all ties, blocking them and everything. Do it cleanly. Get rid of everything. Don't leave doors open in case we get back together. If you're going to make a break, make the break. Because the boat's on fire. Okay? The boat's on fire. So you have to decide what you're going to do. You have to decide what you're going to do. Do you want to stay incarcerated? Do you want to stay incarcerated? It's totally up to you. Family can talk to you. Friends can talk to you. Strangers on the street could talk to you. Nobody can make that decision except you. And don't keep avoiding making the decision to break free, because you want to see if it gets better. And maybe we should go to counseling. If someone is toxic, let me explain something to you. 99.9% of the time, they love their toxicity. They love it. Why the hell do you think they're not in counseling? Because they don't want to go to counseling. They think their jacked up head is working for them. They think manipulating people is working for them. They think their mental illness is working for them. Now, if they were to be smart for about 2 seconds, which isn't going to happen, but if they were going to be smart for 2 seconds, they would know it's not working. So what they do is they keep filling themselves with other people. Fill. But all of those relationships are going to collapse because that person is the common denominator. So they'll just keep finding more people. They're the gerbil on a wheel. I'm going to run harder and faster and harder and faster and harder and faster. I'm not going to make any progress, but I'm going to keep running, by God. You get the hell out of that. Let them be a gerbil on a wheel. You need to be freed from prison. It's up to you. All right? It's up to you. And when you break free, do not use pills, alcohol, sex with strangers, or any of those other external things to fill the hole where your soul was. You're going to rebuild your soul. You're going to rebuild your heart. Rebuild the love you should have for yourself. You're going to rebuild all of that. But don't look for external forces to make you feel better. I'm going to get toasted every night. Or I'm going to take pills every night. You know that don't work. Don't even think about it. That don't work, and you know it doesn't work. Don't hurt yourself for being hurt. Don't hurt yourself for being hurt. Like Lee Hammock says, don't give yourself an emotional black eye. I should have been smarter. I don't know why I was in that situation. I'm smarter than that. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't. You're better now. You realize this isn't working, and you realize you have choices to make. It doesn't matter how you felt in the past and what you kept forgiving and this and that and the other. That's a moot point. That's besides the point. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Okay? Think about that. You guys take care. Much love. Bye-bye.